Hi guys, good morning. I wanted to hop on really quick and talk a little bit about something I see that's super common with my clients when they're trying to work their abs properly or work their core. And the first thing that I want to talk about is actually that when you're working your core, we don't want to think about it as just your abdominals, which is usually what a lot of people are trying to target. But there's actually a lot more to it than that. So thanks for tuning in if you're watching, and if you're catching the replay, I really appreciate that too. My name is Ashley Brown, and I'm a Pilates instructor in New York City. And so when working with my clients, I often see a lot of people trying to get into their abs or get into their core, and we actually don't think about it kind of as the full package in this total piece, right? So we want to work not just our abdominals, but we want to make sure that our glutes are firing, our pelvis is stable, our back is stable, which means we might actually be using the muscles in our back a little bit. We just don't want to use them all by themselves so that we start to have back pain and issues there. The other thing that I see people do is we try to make the range of motion much too large, and then we don't really get the right muscles because we're kind of going too far past our strength in the weak places, and then we need to get a little bit more focused on these the weaker muscles. So if you're using just your big muscle groups, that's fine, that's good. We want everything to be strong, but we want to make sure that some of these stabilizers and things are working properly too, so that you can really take advantage of the maximum full range of motion. So I'm going to actually hop up here on the chair right now. So this piece of equipment here, this is called the Wanda chair. It's a piece of Pilates equipment, and my friend from home, Lori Ship, who runs a great studio in Raleigh, North Carolina, actually does a Wanda chair Wednesday Instagram challenge. So I'm gonna do this and post it up there for her Wanda chair Wednesday. But you can do this at home on the floor on a mat. It'll just elevate me, so you're gonna actually be able to see what I'm doing a little bit easier than if I were on the mat. And then I get a little bit more range of motion as well. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna lie down on top of this as if I were lying down on a yoga mat, a Pilates mat on the floor. And we wanna kind of bring those knees in. So if you were lying down and we had our chest lifting up, a lot of times people overlift their butt and we try to push our low back into the floor, and it's just too much. So we push that down and we actually move the pelvis out of the optimal place and out of that optimal position. And we get really tight in the hip flexors. And if I bring my legs up and I try to come down and I keep this really tight here, it's actually gonna hurt my back. It'll usually pull, and it feels really tight in my quads, but I'm not feeling a lot of work in my abdominal muscles, right? So we wanna make sure that the pelvis is a little more neutral and released. And I'm gonna bring my feet up where they should be, which is at the height of my knees. And just from here, I can really zoom in on keeping my crease of my hips and my legs flat all the way up to my rib cage. And then I curl my chest up, but I pull my shoulders back. So I shouldn't have my shoulders up high. You really want to be back here. A great way to practice this position is bring one knee in, one leg out. You can hold on to that knee if you need a little extra help, but really try to pull your abdominal muscles back and then reach out with that other leg without letting your butt rock around and move. You should be able to do this with a pretty good flat line through your back, so we shouldn't be arching up a whole lot. If you see that space creeping in here, that would be way too much. You're gonna put yourself at risk for straining the muscles in the back. We wanna keep the support of the abs going through this and making sure that those hips are not rocking. Same thing when we go to both legs. As you reach the legs out and the arms out, this is our hollow body position, and we don't want to have our butt up too high. We want to really release that tailbone to work the abs as much as we can, and then swing those legs back in. So I'm going to show you that one more time. Reaching out, pulling the abs back as I reach with my legs. So my back is flat, but my belly is super tight, and pull back in, right? And those are two exercises. They are classical Pilates exercises, but they're done across the board, all over the place. The hollow body position is something we see in gymnastics, we see in CrossFit, and I see a lot of people that are really, really strong that are able to do this position, are able to hold it for a little while, but they might not actually be doing it the best way for their body to really maximize all the muscles and all the strength that they can. So we might be kind of overusing some of these muscles that are strong and underusing some of these muscles that are a little bit weaker, and try to get out of the work. Technique is super important, not just for injury prevention, but also so that you can get all the muscles working and really get truly, truly strong. So that's something that I've been focusing on with my programming with my clients, is really getting the position of the pelvis in the right place and stabilizing properly. But it's also something that I'm going to teach a lot more in my Lean Life program, which starts on February 27th. I'm very excited about this. If you want to check it out, you can click the link in the comments below and check out the program. It's a 6-week program. You get nutrition, you get workouts, lots of support. We talk about lifestyle, sleep, stress, all this stuff that really, really goes into this bigger picture of health, because there's just a lot of information out there. You're constantly bombarded with what to do to lose weight or get stronger or whatever. And I want to try to kind of cut that down, make it a little more of a complete package, and make it simple so you know exactly what to do. Okay? If you have any questions for me, please comment below. I would love to hear about it. Or if you want an exercise to work on a certain muscle group or a stretch for something, just let me know and I'll cover it in one of my upcoming videos. Thanks so much. Have a great day.